All right, it's time to do a little review of area. So here we go. When we're finding area of something, we're covering this whole surface inside. And so we usually measure that in some sort of square units like this. So I've got this on graph paper to kind of show you what we're thinking. Now, I can easily count all of these squares that are fully inside the circle, like these guys. But what about this one? I only have this much of the square, and then this is just this much of the square, and I want to be exact. So how are we going to figure out square units exactly for this circle? Well, here's how. Okay. In class, if you were here that day when we first started talking about area, I had you take a paper plate and we cut it into 8 pieces. And then I said, take all of these pizza slices, basically, and start putting them together like this. And even though it's still not exactly straight, we kind of made this giant leap that this is kind of, sort of a parallelogram that looks like this. And there's a formula for a parallelogram's area that's base times the height. Okay. Well, now let's keep going. If we could get to the point where we could chop this paper plate into super teeny tiny little slices, it eventually would start to look like something that actually was a parallelogram. Or eventually, if we could go just infinitely tiny, it would look like a rectangle, and it's the base times the height, or this side is length and width. Okay. However, as we're looking at this, okay, the height is going to be how tall it is from here to here. And that is this measurement. So I need the radius for this measurement. Okay. So this side, or this side here, that part is the radius. Down here on this edge, okay, which is the base, up here when we just had these pieces, you kind of had 4 swoops there, which was kind of like going here, 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 and here. Basically, that's half of the circumference, okay? Half of the circumference, because that's half the circle. We just count the bottom edge and the height, okay, which is radius. So let's think about what that is. So this is half of the circumference times the radius. That should be the area of the whole circle. Well, what was our formula for circumference? Was pi times diameter, right? Okay, and then if I say, well, I need half of that, that gives me this side, and then this dimension is a radius. So really, my formula for area of a circle is 1/2 times pi times the diameter times the radius. Well, that's kind of clunky, let's be honest. So since I know that I can multiply in any order and still get the same answer, I'm going to keep 1/2 in front. I'm going to put, I'm going to throw pi in front. Okay, go like that. And then I have 1/2 times the diameter times the radius. Now let's think about this. What's half of a diameter? Diameter is all the way across. So what would half of it be? That's a radius. So really, this is where this formula pi r, or pi r squared, comes from. You saw it on your formula sheet. Pi times radius squared, which means pi times radius times radius. Okay, got paper, got pencil, got calculator. Let's go. Here we go. Let's find the area of this thing. Oh, I can't get rid of my face. There we go. Find the area of this circle. Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Okie doke. Here we go. So my formula says area is pi times radius squared, or radius times radius. I like to write it out. So this is going to be approximately 3.14. That's our decimal approximation. Times 13 times 13. Grab a calculator and let's go. 3.14 times 13 times 13. Ooh, it's kind of a big number. 530 and 66 hundredths. Now, when we label this thing, my unit is feet. I'm just checking my number. But remember that we're covering all of that area on the inside. So we say square feet. Sometimes, lazy math people like to do it this way. There's certainly nothing wrong with writing it this way. Square foot. So it looks like that. Abbreviate square feet. Okay? All right, let's do another one. Hoo-hoo! Of course, I pick a hockey rink. The diameter of the face-off circle on an ice hockey rink is 30 feet. Okay? So that's from here to here, the diameter. Find the area, use 3.14 for pi, and round your answer to the nearest hundredth. Area is pi r squared, or pi rr. So we are going to take our decimal approximation for pi, 30 feet all the way across, but we just want a radius that's coming from the center out to the edge, which is going to be half that, 15. But I have to multiply 15 in there times itself. That's why these get so big. All right, pi times 15 times 15 again. And we get 706 and 5/10. And we are in feet again. So it is square feet. Notice this said round to the hundredths. Our answer actually ended at the tenths. If we wanted to be really specific, I suppose we could put a zero. Excuse me, a zero there. But that's good. All right. One last one. Are you hungry? Because here's what we've got to do for this one. Personal pan pizza. 6-inch diameter. Medium pizza, 12-inch diameter. Find the area of each one. Okay. Area, pi times radius squared. So 3.14 times 6 times 6. You crank that out. This one, I'll write this one down as well. That is 3.14 times 12 times 12. So let's calculate those out, because then we want to talk about our answers for each one. This one, the personal pan pizza, is 113 and 4/100 square inches. The medium pizza is a lot bigger, 12 times 12. That one is 452 and 16/100 square inches. All right, so find the area of each pizza. Yes, yes. Is the area of the medium pizza twice as big as the personal pan pizza? What do you think? Explain your thinking. Think about that. Send me a message on Schoology and tell me what you think. Is it twice as big? What are you thinking? All right, that's it for today. Make sure as soon as you're done with this, you are going to submit your attendance, and then you've got some time to do your assignment. Happy calculating.